Hey Glamfam, Linwood here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to get immediately fuller looking hair. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. So recently I got an email from a company called Beauty, and basically they were like, "Dear Linwood, you're the best ever, and we would totally love if you would share this product because oh my god, you're amazing and everyone wants to be you." It was pretty much just like that. I saw the item and I was like, you know what, this is something I really haven't discussed much on the channel, but it is something I use pretty heavily in the salon, and I was like, this would be a great idea. Primarily because there's massive difference in price versus the one I was using, and the performance I'm certain is going to be the same. So just so you know, Beauty makes these hair fibers, which if you haven't seen them before, I'm gonna show you how to use them. And I've discussed with you guys on another video, like my area of thinness I have here. The cul-de-sacs have been there my whole life. Those aren't anything new, but the area of thinness I have here and here are as a result of anxiety. I talk more about that in the video that's up here. However, comma space, I'm gonna open this up, show you how to use it, so that way if you are one where you're dealing with hair loss, thinning, things like that, or even if you have like a beard like mine where you just got areas where hair doesn't grow and it doesn't connect, you know, we can go ahead and help disguise the look of that, things like that. Now in my instance, something like this could be used while I'm going through the process of how I'm treating it. I'll give you an up close shot so you can see the hair that's regrowing, because I wouldn't recommend just throwing this on an area where there's no hair and thinking it's gonna create something that's not there. So in this kit, which mind you, this kit here by Beauty is $27.99 on sale presently when I'm filming this video. Now with that $27.99, you get the container of the fibers like this here. In addition to that, you get the little plastic card that is for filling your hairline, things along that line. I'll show you how to use this momentarily. You get the sprayer and nozzle. So basically this goes on here. This attaches to the top of the container and allows you to just spray the product onto the hair. Now it does have like a little feature on here where you can just sprinkle it on, and that works for some people. However, I find that this piece here alone does wonders and it makes things look really nice. They have the fiber hold spray. Purpose of this one here is to just hold those fibers in place so the wind doesn't come by and snatch your edges. Okay, so let me go ahead and place this along to the side, and then I'll show you kind of what this looks like on the back of my hand, how to apply it, all the different things. Okay, so I got it in dark brown, but it does come in black, dark brown, medium brown, light brown, auburn, medium blonde, light blonde, gray, and white. So you can take them and customize them in the salon. I use the black, the dark brown, and the gray more frequently than anything else. And I love the fact that you're able to spray a little of one, a little of the other, and get a blend that's more close to your natural tone. It was especially great for my clients with gray hair, because a lot of times as we age, our hair can thin a little. It just gives a fuller look to certain styles, things like that. So I'm gonna show you guys on this portion of my hair in here. I'll end up showing, let me just zoom you in. Welcome to my edges. So you can see how here, the area that looked like dang he bald earlier is honestly just thin. It is growing back. Most of this is really short hair. Can I get any closer? Lord, my titties just knock stuff over. But yeah, so I want you to see the areas where there is hair there. It's just sparse at the moment. And like I said, I'll explain in a separate video what else I'm doing to help that hair regrow. A lot of it for me was tied to anxiety, and there are different practices that you can do if you have that struggle in order to be able to fix that. The other nice thing to me about this brand that I have not noticed with other brands is instead of you having to buy a whole new container of this, which can get a little expensive, they have little pouches where you can purchase just the color you need, and you can just refill it for a fraction of the price that you would just buy another one at. So I appreciate that. I haven't noticed that with any other professional brands. You get a container like this here. You start by peeling that portion there off, and you can see like some of the color that's on here. See it? So those little fibers, if we were to take it and just dump it, can you see? Don't focus on my face. Okay, so those fibers, basically when we take them, you can take them in there and rub and all that. Like you can see, it's really not something that is super obvious if you put it on there, but it does help to add into the look of fullness. The main area that you can see it is right in this area here. But I honestly don't care as much for the sprinkled method unless you have a really shortcut and you're using it like in the top of the head, things like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pop this piece off. You wanna be really careful with that so you don't get stuff everywhere, which to a certain degree it's gonna happen. So just make sure you're not near anywhere that you don't wanna get messy. We're gonna go ahead and take that and take our top, place it on here. And there we have it. Then from there we can pop this off. Then from there we can go ahead and pop out this little tip here, and we are ready to use. So if I were to take it and use it on that same section of my hand, I can then take it, a little too close over there, but I can then take it and see like the difference in density that it has here. Now I can just rub that in if need be, so it doesn't look quite so like, what's going on? So the nice thing about it is if you are trying to use it to fill a hairline, things like that, it has this piece here so you don't end up with a straight line. I want to show you how to use this. If you're using it for your beard, I feel like this side is a little better because, you know, we like it to be crispy. But I'll zoom you in. Let's zoom. All I want to do is a zoom, zoom, zoom in, not a ball. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take this. I need to be where I can see a little more clearly. Okay, so if I am taking this here, I basically take it, place it in the affected area. I'm going to hold back and we're going to go ahead and spray it around that area. Now you can already see how it just adds more of a look of fullness in that area without making me look like we did too much. That's why I love the sprayer function of it, because it adds into that space without making it too heavy, anything like that. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. See, let's do it along that way so I can get the shape right. Oh, that's a little too close. Okay, got a little excess, I'm gonna rub that down, slap it down, rub it, oh no, there we go. So you can see the difference that that can make in terms of the visual fullness of the hair. Sitting back, see the difference? Now if I were to use it for my beard, let me rub this off real quick. If I were to use it for my beard, I would honestly take it and place it along here, stand back, and we're going to use that to fill in the area that is affected. Okay, so with, without, again with, without. So that's essentially how you would use the product. Now you can take it, this keeps trying to focus on everything but my face. You can take it and apply it like that there, and then you just go in and spray and place it, because again, we want to ensure that we are securing those fibers in place so the wind doesn't snatch our edges away. So that's where the spray comes in. So from there, we can then take it, let me test our, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and place my hand here, spritz, and let it sit. And once it dries down, it helps to hold that in place so that fullness is there. And the thing I love is you can see how natural it looks. It's not something where it looks like you drew it in with makeup, things like that. Gives you a nice full look without having to worry a ton with the outcome. So you can see on this side, just lightly did it, how it just lightly fills in. This side was more intense. Throughout the beard, I did a more intense look on the beard. And here's with none on this side. So pretty simple product to use, honestly. Child, like this lopsided beard. The fact that I'm doing this lopsided beard. Oh, I did tell you I was gonna show you in here as well. So that area of my head is not really super sparse by nature. I'm gonna move a little closer to you. I do find that as an area that tends to be thinner for a lot of people. So if I were to show you along this area here, I want you to imagine if you have an area that's more fine and through here, like this level of sparseness is pretty typical for me, nothing new there. But you can take that same piece that we were talking about earlier and just be able to lightly fill in. And you can see literally like, just look at how that fills in. Mind you, this is with the dark brown. So I don't really do black like that. I feel like black is a lot more harsh. Even though my hair is rather dark, it's not black. So I usually get the dark brown for most of my clients. Some of them, especially if they have hair color, things like that, will do black. And that way from there, we're able to fill it in, give it a nice full look versus like this side over here. And of course we filled it in a little bit here, just not much. Okay, so if I wanted to fill that in a bit more, I can then go back, same piece. And voila, he's got edges. Not really, he's still a bald-headed hoe. Welcome to my bald-headed hoe support group where I'm the supreme bald-headed hoe, and you're welcome. But hopefully, if you struggle with areas of thinness, fineness, things like that, you can use something like this to be able to help out with locking everything in place, getting you what it is that you need, all that. Now, the nice thing is, to me, this entire kit was 27 and some change, whereas literally just this without the sprayer in most other brands that I've seen is that price by itself. And then the sprayer is that price as well. And then you still have to go in and purchase this piece here. And sometimes you can find them with this if you buy it in a kit, but most of the time you have to buy this part separate as well. So with most other brands, I don't even see them come in a gift kit like this, much less for it to come at the price that they have it for at U-Star Beauty. So that's the benefit of it. If you're interested in it, you can check that out in the description box down below, as well as in the top pinned comment. Of course, as always, let me know what you think about this. Was it something that you would try? If you are a beauty professional, I definitely think it's fantastic to have to add to your arsenal. You'd be amazed at the amount of barbers that are doing fillers like this. It takes seconds, and then they're charging additional $5 or $10 on the bill. Honestly, you can do this yourself as well. So if you wanted to know the secrets to how like they're getting all these Instagram styles that are amazing, whatever the case may be, now you know. That's how they're making edges and things look fuller a lot of times, and they do it in seconds. Now, I will say, if it's something where you're doing this, this is not a long-term solution. This is an optical illusion, and that's fine. We all have to have that sometimes. But I will say, if you're needing additional tips, especially like if you're having issues with anxiety, things like that, definitely check out the video that I've uploaded on anxiety, how it impacted hair loss for me, and what I'm doing to regain hair. And then I would also recommend a few different products in the description box down below if you're looking to regrow hair and you need something to stimulate that hair growth, especially if it's from like male pattern baldness, things like that. So if you found this video to be informative, I would really love it if you would go ahead and click the like button or leave a comment and let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're interested in getting any of these products that I've shown in the video today, I'll have links for it. You know all the places I link things, but I would definitely recommend checking it out, because I just showed you on screen in real time what it did with no edits. Okay then, like I said, cul-de-sacs have been there my whole life, so I'm not trying to fill those in. We're not trying to catfish the nations, just the city. Until next time, you guys, take care, God bless, and stay glam. You know I love you, boo. Bye.